All right, recording started.
One of basketball's brightest young stars is about to make his big debut, but not on the court. The NBA has entered a sponsorship deal with a 15-year-old entrepreneur. His name is Mosiah Bridges. The agreement gives his companies, Mo's Bows, like that name, the right to use the NBA logos on its custom-designed bow ties. David Begnaud met the teen and his mama in Memphis, Tennessee, to see how his fashion sense led to some big bucks.
Here on the historic Beale Street, birthplace of the blues, Mosiah Bridges, also known as Mo, is making a sales call. Dressed to the nines with his signature briefcase in hand, this teenage talent has arrived to showcase his latest designs, with a style Mo says he inherited from his dad.
What do you think when you see a well-dressed man?
Well, I think that man is about something. He has a great life. He is very stylish.
So Mo, your dad would get dressed. Was he always dressed?
So my dad will always be dressed. He would go to McDonald's in a three-piece suit.
It's a funny story for Tramika Morris, who is Mo's business manager, and his mom.
I'd say, Mo, go and get dressed. And he would come completely dressed in a suit and tie. And in my mind, it was his church clothes, and it didn't make sense. But in the last minute, it's just like, all right, fine, let's go.
How come yours looks like that and mine looks...
Because you're a new beginner.
Mo's Bows began when at the age of 9, this budding fashion designer wanted to make his own bow ties. In terms of training, he didn't have to go very far.
I had my grandma, and she helped me sew, and she helped me sew my first bow tie, and I'm so thankful.
Her name is Helen Galloway. She stopped by during our interview.
I am so proud.
The company started to catch on after an appearance on Shark Tank.
Or Mosiah Bridges, an 11-year-old fashion designer with a handmade bow tie business.
The reality show that makes or breaks new businesses.
Who drives who here?
I know, that's a
I think
really
we
good
drive
question.
each other, because I'm pretty sure like every week we're like, oh, I'm ready to give up.
Yeah, we
But
quit. We quit all the time.
we quit all the time.
In just 6 years, the company has surged in popularity. Mo's keen business sense even earned him a trip to the White House.
He's very courageous. He's very confident. Sometimes there's a thin line between cocky and confident, and we have to shake him by the bow tie to make sure he understands the importance of it.
We have all these bow ties. Of course, we had the NBA ties.
This year, Mo signed a 7-figure deal to supply bow ties to every team in the NBA. But at 5'10", the game being played at this house is how to keep him fashionably dressed.
He doesn't want to spend a lot of money on these really nice shoes that I'm going to grow out of tomorrow.
He fusses. I mean, he kind of pushes back on it. And then he just has expensive taste. He's always had expensive taste.
My mom always taught me that it's important to give back.
With all of its success, Mo's Bows remains a part of the Memphis community, giving money to local charities.
I'm going to go with this one.
And taking care of the customers who often drop by his house unannounced.
Who makes the decision on how the money?
Her.
Does your mama pay you well, Mo?
She pays me well.
She pays you well? You're a single woman running a business that is exploding, arguably.
Yeah.
It's got to feel good.
It feels really good. What's even more important to me is that he's defying the odds of what a fashion designer looks like. I mean, he's been in Neiman Marcus and in Bloomingdale's with all these, designers who are older white men. Mo, a young African-American man from Memphis, Tennessee, are doing amazing things at 15 years old.
What has this young man taught you?
He has taught me a lot about parenting. And I tell him all the time, I'm glad that God chose me to be his mom. And if they were to put us all in and I had to scramble around and pick another kid, I'd still pick you.
I'm the same.
While Mo's Bows may bear his name, Mom Tramika is always a bow tie's length away. For CBS This Morning, David Begnaud, Memphis, Tennessee.
All right, and good afternoon to you again. My name is Jermaine Murray, also part of the National Guy Right. Welcome to this session. We will have our Capital League Pledge, and then we'll also go into our stock market challenge. And then we will jump right into our keynote speaker, Brother Jonathan Rabb, The title is what is your brand discussion, and then we'll have some National Guide Commission, our chair remarks by Brother Burnett, finish up with some questions, and then we'll go into closing remarks. Okay. So I'm looking for someone right now to provide, can read the purpose as well as our pledge. Any Kappa Leaguer would like to read the purposes as well as the pledge today? Okay.
Okay, Kappa League pledge. What is the purpose of the Kappa League? The purpose of the Kappa League is to promote and develop the leadership potential of its members through participation in club-oriented activities and at the same time motivate them to raise their aspiration level. What is our pledge? I pledge that as a member of this Kappa League, I will faithfully and truly perform to the best of my abilities the duties and responsibilities to uphold the objectives of good leadership development.
Thank you, Chase. I appreciate that. We're going to jump right into the stock market challenge. Brother Jackson. Brother Jackson, can't hear you.
Let's try this again. Good afternoon. Hope that everybody's doing well. I'm going to take the screen from you, Brother Murray.
Okay.
We don't have that many people who are part of the stock market challenge, but we have about 16 people competing. This is the current rankings. If Braylon is competing, he is actually not qualified yet because the qualifications say that you have to have 10 stocks in order to compete. There has been a change. Zamir Held is now in first place. Rian has dropped from first to second place. So you can see what's going on here as the stock market is volatile. Part of what's going to come up next is that everybody's going to have to determine if they want to keep the stocks they want and choose why they chose the stocks that they're in, and see that over 2 months, this is how much money that they've actually earned. So if you actually see, Zamir has earned $693,000 with his choices. So if he really had $1 million right now to invest, his investments would have netted him a 13% return, $693,000. That's an amazing return on his investment. So you guys got to think about that. We're still looking for people to participate. And I'm going to turn that back over to you, Brother Murray. Hold on 1 second. So you can put the slide up.
Okay.
Put the slide back up. So if you guys really want to compete in this challenge, the challenge is you get to go to Stock Market Challenge at, I see somebody wants to join. Stock Market Challenge, stockmarketwatch.com, game National Guide Right, Kappa League Stock Challenge. When you click up to sign up, you click join the game. You start with $1 million. In order to be in a challenge, you must have a minimum of 10 stocks. We do evaluate monthly to see how well you're performing. So we're looking at it. And so the next step to that is if anybody wants to join, we're going to put the link in the chat so that you can join. And good luck. At the end of this in 10 months, we'll know who the best person is. So it's a long challenge. So the journey in stock is never short. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Brother Jackson, for that. Are there any questions regarding the stock market challenge? Hearing none, we're going to jump right into our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker is Brother Jonathan Rabb. He is the CEO and founder of Watch the Yard. And I'm going to turn it over to him. He will basically provide some overview of exactly what he does and really try to provide some insight to you. It's going to be a fruitful conversation. We are looking for each and every one of you to be a participant in this conversation. So, Brother Rabb, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Can you guys see me? Can y'all see me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
What's up, everybody? My name's Jonathan Rabb, and I'm doing a talk today with you guys about branding. So let's go into that. I'm gonna share my screen with you. I'm gonna get into it. Share screen. Here we go. Boom. Share. So can everybody see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about branding. But before I get into branding, I want you guys to know who I am. Okay, so my name's Jonathan Rabb, and I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. I joined in spring 2009 at the University of Minnesota. So I'm into branding because my whole life has been about branding. When I was in college, I got a job as the host of a television station called the CW. Have you guys ever heard of that before? Yeah, there's a lot of cartoons on there. There's a whole yeah. So I was the host for that, and then I was the host for a radio station called Radio Disney. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, we heard of that.
I was the face of Radio Disney for a while, and then I graduated college. And I did this thing called a Fulbright grant where they sent me to live in another part of the world. So I lived in a place.
I just got my earphones in.
Oh, can you hear me?
What part of the world was it?
It was in Germany. It was a place called Berlin. It's a really big, really big city out there. And I was working for YouTube out there and helping people become YouTube stars. And then I moved back to the US and I got a job in Hollywood and I was a red carpet reporter. So when celebrities were going to a big event, they would walk down the carpet and I would interview them. And I was interviewing people like T.I., Will Smith, The Rock, like a bunch of famous people, right? But then I decided I wanted to do my own thing and I created a website. And the website started to blow up, right? And the website was for Black college students and fraternities and sororities. And so it got really big and I was able to quit my job and I was able to just live off of this website. And so I've been working on this website for the last 7 years.
Sydney, be quiet.
So let's do this. So I started, the website's called Watch the Yard and it's a really big website. Last month, we reached 28 million people in 1 month. That's a lot of people. And we did a whole bunch of things this year. So one of the things that we just did was Kamala Harris came to us and she gave a speech on Watch the Yard. Another thing that we did was we got a whole bunch of people verified on Instagram. You guys know what Instagram verifications are?
Yeah, one.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
So we did that. And then we worked with Forbes and Michelle Obama and a bunch of other people. So doing lots of stuff. And then we also created a conference called YardCon, which was for college students. It's a digital conference, kind of like what we're doing right now. I also made an app that's for if you get stopped by the police, you press a button and it calls all your friends to make sure you're good. And then, do any of y'all play in the band? In a band? Yeah. So I made the biggest website for Black marching bands too. So that's a little bit about me. On Instagram, we got 340,000 followers. On TikTok, we got 410 followers. Facebook, 180,000 followers. And Twitter, we have 27,000 followers. So a lot of followers, and that all ties in with brands, right? It's all about brands. So let's start, y'all. What does branding mean to you? Do you guys know what branding means?
How they put it out to the public, how they
Yeah.
How they advertise it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like
Good.
advertising, like what you want to name something.
It could be what you want to name something. That's a really good
How
one.
you present yourself.
How you present yourself. Yep. It's kind of one of the things that branding is it's how you want other people to see you, right? It's a tool. It's about figuring out how you want other people to see you and acting upon it so that people see you that way, right? So let's talk about brands. You guys both see these bricks, right? Which one costs more?
The one on the left.
Supreme.
The Supreme one. Why does the Supreme one cost more?
Because we have no idea.
We have no idea, right? This Supreme brick, how much do you think the Supreme brick costs?
$1,000.
$1,000, right?
I'll go a couple hundred.
Probably about 250, 500.
250, 500, about that, and then you can resell it for even more, right?
102.
102? See, that's a lot. How much do you think this regular brick costs?
Like $100 or 50.
$50.
Maybe
cheaper.
This brick costs like 50 cents, y'all.
A bit cheaper than the Supreme.
I mean, you could get them for free.
You could get a brick for free, right? But the difference between the two is Supreme has the Supreme logo on it, and it's the brand. So you're buying into this idea of the brand. They're really the same brick. Honestly, this brick on the right actually looks like it's probably a better brick to use. But people want to buy into the Supreme brand because Supreme has spent a ton of time and money building this idea of how expensive they are, right? So everybody wants the Supreme brick over this regular brick. What about these brands? Do you guys know what this brand is here?
Air Jordan.
Nike.
Jordan.
What about this one?
Nike.
What about this one?
Adidas.
Adidas. Okay. So all of those brands, how did you guys know that? You didn't need, there weren't even words under saying it. How did you
The
know
iconic
that?
logos.
Yeah, what?
Logos.
The iconic
I have
logos.
the logo.
Yeah, they're iconic logos. Now, which ones do you guys like? Like which brand? If you had to buy a shoe right now, which one would you pick?
Jordan. Nike.
Jordan. It doesn't really matter to me.
Jordan is
Jordan.
Jordan.
I'm a Nike guy.
Jordan.
Why would you pick the Jordan one? Let me know.
Because it's Jordan.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
His line is way better. And like the silk.
Jordan shoes are just cooler than Nike and Adidas. Simple as that.
Nike's like off-brand Jordan.
But why are they cool?
Because it's Michael Jordan.
Because they look good.
It's the brand.
I'm sorry. To the person who said that Nikes are off-brand Jordans, Jordan is a subsection of Nike.
That's true. So Nike owns Jordan, right? But if you had to pick all of these shoes, it sounds like a lot of you guys would pick Jordan, right? And you said Jordan just because it's a cooler shoe, but honestly, a lot of these shoes are made in the same factory, right? They're almost the same quality, but you're buying into the brand because Michael Jordan's attached to it, because some of your favorite celebrities are attached to it, because everybody's buying into this Jordan brand, right? So these companies, they're spending a ton of money. I'm talking about a lot of money, millions and millions of dollars every year trying to get you to think positively when they see their brand, right? So you see advertisements, you'll see people get sponsorships, you'll see basketball players wearing different shoes because they want to associate with that brand, right? They want all of us to think about these brands when we see them. So let's do some more. We got two brands here. Which one do you like the most?
Xbox.
Honestly, I don't
Okay, so
Miles Morales.
Have a little big plan.
X.
Like that.
PlayStation people. Why do
PlayStation.
you like PlayStation?
Yeah.
PlayStation got better exclusives.
PlayStation, even though they don't have
Yes,
any stores.
PlayStation.
They got way better exclusives.
Don't go into
than
an argument
Xbox.
right now about which console is better. It doesn't matter.
No, it's PlayStation. Xbox is
Well, what about Xbox?
Imagine not having both.
PlayStation is
They're
garbage.
both good in their own way. They both
Rich,
have
alright?
pretty
You
good
can't have both.
games.
They good in their own
Yeah, I
way,
agree.
bro.
They all
No,
better than
Xbox
PlayStation.
games on PC, you bugging.
Imagine owning a copy.
All right, so So we both know that they're like everybody feels
Oh,
different
man.
ways about it because of the games they have, right? The games they have, the exclusives they have, all of that. And part of that is tied to their branding, right? So what about these two? Which one would you pick?
McDonald's. If you pick
Burger King.
Burger King.
McDonald's.
Mickey D's. Burger King all the way.
McDonald's has the fries. Burger King has the burgers.
Ooh, that's real.
No.
Who said it?
Burger King has the burgers and the fries.
Burger King has better
McDonald's
food.
fries are
No, they don't.
bland.
Messes
I
up.
have
Burger King has
Like,
better
like,
burgers.
there's-
McDonald's burgers are terrible, but they have breakfast
McDonald's
and their
beat
sweet teas.
Chick-fil-A though.
McDonald's
Burger
got
King.
Burger King to me
Chick-fil-A's
tastes
good,
like
too.
floppy water.
So what we're
McDonald's
saying,
No,
has
that's
bland
butter.
McDonald's has
fries.
the best sweet tea.
we all
I
have
don't like sweet tea. Sweet tea's nasty in the first place.
McDonald's has the
Sweet tea is not
Burger King
nasty.
has the better food
Yes,
overall.
it is.
Okay.
All right, what about this?
Okay. You're
Pepsi all day.
Pepsi.
Coca-Cola.
Pepsi. Pepsi all the way.
Cola
stains the tea.
If you don't pick Coke,
Pepsi.
Pepsi tastes like gasoline.
He said Pepsi tastes like
But
gasoline. Well, people like it, right?
Coke
If
is
you wanna
all
clean your
sugar.
insides,
Like
You know what gasoline tastes like.
Tastes like.
exactly. How do you know what gasoline
Hey,
tastes
don't
like?
drink
That is true.
gasoline.
That is so
Whoever-
true.
Gasoline
Don't
can
drink
make
that
you
gasoline.
very sick.
No.
My favorite brand got to be from Sega though.
Ooh, Sega.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nah,
Sonic
y'all
right
gotta
there.
get the Wii. I still have my Wii.
Apple.
Spin dash into Green Hill like
Apple.
Nintendo.
Pokemon.
Apple.
Nintendo.
Apple.
Nintendo, that's a good brand.
Amazon.
Pokemon.
Samsung.
Amazon, Apple,
Like
Apple.
iPhone.
Pokemon.
So basically what we've just all of you guys have said that you guys have certain feelings about different brands, right? And we-
Samsung is better than Apple.
Some brands you'll see and you'll be like, ugh, I hate that brand. I hate that brand. I don't want to eat Burger King fries at all. Somebody said
Burger
that.
King's disgusting.
Yeah, you guys feel that way, right? But then some people are like, man, McDonald's, I love that. I love the shakes. I like the fries, all of that. And that's because of the brand.
I like the shakes.
You like the shakes?
Yeah.
All right, so I got a question for you. Let's talk about personal branding. Now, we talked about companies that brand, but what does personal branding mean? You guys know what that means?
How you represent yourself.
Like your image.
Yeah, because each and every one of us have our own brand. We might not know it, but we all have our own brand. We're all like Jordan or Xbox, or people see us and they say, ooh, I like that one. Or, ooh, like that, like people act like those fries are bad. People might see you and be like, ooh, this guy, I don't know about this guy. So let's talk about things with personal brands. What's Captain America's personal brand? When you see
That
Captain
big boy.
America, what do you think of?
Saving people.
Oh, he said that big.
that shield, the
It's
shield,
Patriots.
the vibranium shield.
Protecting other.
The star.
It's the
America.
Patriots.
Pick America.
Avengers.
Marvel.
America.
What about Black Panther?
Honor.
Vibranium.
Honor and
Wakanda forever.
I can go on.
Wakanda forever.
Say vibranium, we all know. Well, actually, that to be fair, the shield is also made of it. So
Yeah,
True.
Shield is vibranium too.
Captain America wouldn't
Shield
be
is
that
adamantium,
super.
not
He had to
vibranium.
get his superpowers from like a machine. So
That's real. But
I mean, he didn't build the machine.
Black Panther kind of does too.
He's a
doesn't
test subject.
he's a
bro, you
good
guys-
He
Right?
got stronger than the most
Cap
American
like
way
that, bro.
possible.
These
Steroids.
guys are these these are their personal
Steroids.
brands, right?
Who says
Y'all have a feeling about it. when you see
America, look, Captain America. They kind of look like
Black Panther too, though.
fighter from Smash Brothers.
So y'all,
That's what they look
y'all, I got a question. They all have these uniforms, right? Why do they have the uniforms? Because of their brands, right?
to represent who they are.
Because if
Yeah.
let's say Captain America was wearing Black Panther's
Okay.
outfit without chain, right? Or
That
the
would look so
necklace,
bad.
people would get him confused that night, right? they would look at him and be like, "Oh crap, that's Black Panther," and it would actually be
Captain
America.
Right though.
You said what?
Bruh.
This is
I want to be.
What about these guys? What are their
LeBron
personal
James
brands?
beard and that messed up hairline.
LeBron's
Bro,
LeBron
James' head looks like a
LeBron,
man.
the worst player in basketball.
The Rock's fighting
Airlines are
skills.
old.
What about
All I
this
can
guy
say
right
is,
here?
from left to right,
his,
acting,
um,
basketball,
Obama.
politics.
His
Still don't know
The
his
fact that he's the
president.
I don't know his last name.
What's
Obama's name? Someone tell me that.
So all of these guys have pretty good brands, right? Don't you think? Even if you don't like LeBron, he's got a strong brand, doesn't he?
Yeah. The person in the middle got the Lakers 23 on. That's yellow with
Yep.
Nikes and up beside it. I forgot.
What about this guy? What's his brand?
WWE.
Brahma Bull. Brahma Bull.
What's gonna call it? That the XFL.
WWE.
On that now, the XFL.
Acting
So isn't that
comedy.
technically?
Yeah, the XFL.
Yeah,
XFL, what about this guy? This guy right here.
You're president.
Barack
President.
Obama.
Durant is not better than LeBron.
The 44
So what
president.
I'm talking to you guys
LeBron
about
is
today
trash.
is that we all have our own brands, right? We all start off, and at you guys' age, your brand's gonna change over time, right? Because you're starting off right now, you guys haven't fully developed it. What about this guy? You guys know who this guy is?
Yo,
Drake.
he said that
That's
LeBron
this
James
guy.
is better than
It's Drake. Drake.
What is there?
This is Drake as a
Degrassi.
kid.
Who's that? Who's that?
Isn't that young Drake?
Drake.
Drake.
And
He
then
said young
this is Drake now. Who has the better brand? This guy or this guy?
Young Drake.
Young Drake. Drake.
Older Drake.
Older Drake.
Old Drake. Old Drake.
Older
Old
Drake.
Drake.
The younger Drake got like
Drake.
a little more heart in him.
You got a little more heart?
Are
Okay,
you just saying
good.
that because he has a heart on
So
his
let's
foot?
talk about brands, man. How can you mess up your personal brand?
Can we not go past what this guy just said that Michael Jordan?
By using someone else's
Not
having integrity.
Not having
Jameer, you spelled
integrity.
Michael wrong.
Committing a crime.
I can't spell.
9.
Yeah.
How can you improve your brand, guys?
NJ has more
doing
rings
good.
than LeBron.
Not
Providing
service
solutions.
Community service, my bad.
Other people to worry about.
How can you brand yourself
Do
like
something
what
that the
about-
public
what about somebody
likes.
who like let's talk about Black Panther. How can you improve your brand so people see you and think some of the same things that they do about Black Panther or LeBron?
Say
better
Be
merch or
helpful.
clothing. Be helpful.
Provide a positive message.
That's good. Be
Stand up for
consistent,
those
right?
who can't stand up for themselves.
Have
That's
a brutal
real.
side that comes out in your anger.
Yep.
Well, dang.
So I want you guys to think now. I made a list of some traits associated with brands. But what are 3 traits you would want associated with your brand? Think about it.
Who said that?
People think about you. What do you think they think about?
Being creative, cool, friendly,
Trustworthy, a good friend,
How you treat other people?
cool.
and
Trustworthy,
friendly.
helpful.
Cool.
That's good.
Plus,
Kind, artistic, and
a
creative.
good friend.
Good.
With-
And artistic, creative. Smart. How many of you guys said hardworking?
Me.
Yes.
What?
Me.
How many said a good friend? You're real cool with your people. You're a good friend.
Me.
What about who said cool? Who's cool out there?
Me.
Okay, there we go. Helpful. Who's
Me.
helpful?
Me.
When people think of you and they say that person's helpful.
Me, I'm helpful. Me, I can be helpful.
That's good.
Michael Jordan has more rings than LeBron. So Michael Jordan is better than LeBron.
LeBron James.
But the
Let's
whole
not
reason
start
you're
this.
having that conversation is because of the branding between them, right? So how do we get others to think of those things that we listed when they think of you? So how
Act
do we
them
get
out.
people to think
Show
that you're
them.
hardworking?
Proof.
You gotta work hard, right? How do
Show
you
them that
you're
you be
cool?
that person.
Anybody else? No? Okay, so basically that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I think that there are some really cool ways that you can help build your brand. So being consistent is the most important thing. When you want people to believe you, you have to show them that you're constantly, let's say, hardworking. When they see you, they need to see that you're hardworking, and then they'll tell other people that you're hardworking too. And when you have that, you're more likely to get good jobs, get good grades. People will like you more. They'll want to work with you, and good things will come your way. So I want you guys to think about that over the next couple of days. How can I improve my brand? And how can I have a brand that's as strong as a LeBron or a Barack Obama or even a Pepsi? Okay? Cool. Well, thanks for talking with me, and I'm gonna pass it back to the host. Is he there?
Brother
I
Murray, you
am.
wanna come back?
Thank you.
But Brother
Thank you.
Murray, before you start, gentlemen, don't we have a channel that helps promote the image that we have as young men?
Cap League TV.
That's right. We have Capital League TV, right? And so for Capital League TV, that's where we actually put up our things about us. We also have our social media coordinator for Capital League on, Brother Breckenridge, who helps to promote social media and the positive images that we have in our chapters. So think about that as you go back to your chapters and and posting things that are positive about yourself. Brother Murray?
All right. Thank you, Brother Jackson. So, gentlemen, what I need for you to do, I need for you to type in your chat box the 3 important things about protecting your brand. The 3 important things about protecting your brand. Put in the chat box your 3 important things.
So you mean there are three things associated with them?
Correct.
So the 3 things that, yeah.
What was the question?
So post in the 3 things. So like hardworking, smart, cool. Pick one of those, all right? Or 3 of those and put them in the chat box.
So we see trustworthy, hardworking, reliable, don't be lazy, consistency, smart, convincing, dependable, honest, creative, dedication, respectful, laid back, well-dressed.
There's some good ones in here.
Good attitude. Be respectful. Smart. Be nice. Ask. Yes.
These are good ones, guys.
Really good. Really good. So again, it's your brand matters. And as Brother Rab had alluded to earlier and mentioned earlier, you know, your brand speaks volumes each and every day. You know, whether you are in class or whether you are at home learning virtually, your brand speaks very, very highly of you. You represent your brand 24/7, 365. Okay. With your emoji, with your reaction, if we can give Brother Rab a round of applause or a thumbs up for that great presentation.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much for that.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I'll talk to you later, okay? Have a nice day.
Thank you, Brother Rab. We appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
He didn't know.
So now I'm going to turn it over to our national guy right here, Brother Burnett, who will have some chair remarks. Brother Burnett.
Good afternoon. I want to share screen real quick.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I want to.
1 second, Brother Burnett. Gentlemen, in the chat is not to be putting emojis and things of that nature in there. Please stop doing that or you will be banned from the session.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So again, I want to congratulate young men. We did a hashtag KL Get Out and Vote. We had asked you to have people come sign our virtual petition. We had 2,571 people sign up. These are the different chapters that participated in and so what I want you to know is that you had a big impact in the election of a lifetime. You had a voice and you made a difference. About 546 people committed to come out and vote for the first time. Another over 2,200 people committed to vote. Almost 1,000 people committed to promote voting on social media. So again, I'd like to thank you and congratulate you. And Brother Murray, that's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Brother Burnett. Our next virtual meeting will take place Saturday, December 12th. We will be talking with an academic advisor from a historically Black college or university. And why is the importance, what is the importance of academic advisors on campus, and how can we best utilize them as you start preparing yourself for college? It's important that we need to learn and understand how can we continue to move forth and utilize them as we become college freshmen on campus. Okay. Any questions that we have from the group?
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
All right. Well,
Do we
gentlemen,
do we have any of our Capital League board members on the call today?
Yes, sir.
Right here.
Chase, do you want to tell them about some of the things that you guys need their help with?
Yes, sir. We need participation. Because let's see how many participants here. It's 126 of us. It's a lot, but it's little to be thinking about. It's a bunch of us across the nation. That's too low. So we're trying to find a way how to get more participants. And because 126 members, it's a lot, but it's low to think about. We got over 300 chapters across the nations, and this is the participation we get. It's kind of sad.
okay. So Chase, what do you recommend that we do?
I mean, I honestly don't know further now. I mean, because you send out the email to each and every one in the chapters. I mean, it's up to the people, but I can't, because there's no point of trying to bribe somebody to come to the meetings, like try to give like awards every time, because there's no point. That just, they're really more coming for the awards. So I mean, I don't know what you can do more. I really don't.
Okay.
Is it? I'm sorry, Brother Murray.
Yeah.
I just want to hear from them. So
go ahead.
1 second.
Yeah, it was kind of like Chase was saying. Is not really sure how to get more participants, but like in our meeting, we were talking about I think who was it, Chase, who came up with the idea? Was it not
Jameer?
Zion? Jameer, yeah. He came up with a no call, no show or something like that. It was where if you don't communicate that you're not going to be there, then you have a significant amount of strikes. But then I think that's a good idea. But then at the same time, that's a lot of kids. It was yeah.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
What if we were to have some fun like reinforcement after. So let's say if you join the call, we can all play a video game together, for example, or just some of those who want to participate, and it'd get participation up a lot.
Excellent.
See right there, like I said, that's more of a reward for them to come. So, some people might just wait until that part, not even care about the point of the meeting, but just wait until then.
Guess that's fair.
Okay.
But it has increased participation in my chapter. One thing, we have this thing called game night, and it's usually after a meeting, and a lot of people come to the meeting so they can see, so they have input on what game we play or stuff, and they actually participate and pay attention. So it could be just an idea.
Well, it's a good idea, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
So, any other ideas, gentlemen? This is open for all of you guys. Did you guys
what's the question?
Did you guys enjoy the topic today? That's the
What's
first
the question?
The first question is, did you enjoy the topic today?
Yes, sir.
Second
Yes.
is, how do we get more of your fellow Kappa Leaguers to join into these sessions so that they can have just as much interacting and fun as you do?
I guess just how this guest speaker was, he had some energy, some height, and then he gave everybody a chance to interact with his questions and stuff. So I feel like probably more fun, kind of exciting or energetic.
Yeah, I agree with what Chase said.
Hey, Chase, this is Brother LT. I got a quick. Chase, so you were on a call earlier today with your chapter, a pretty interesting topic. Would you say topics like this and the one you were on earlier kind of caught your attention?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So we had a go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead, brother. I see.
No, I was going to say earlier, the Lawrence Duluth, we had a speaker, DJ Tron, who's a DJ. He's an entrepreneur, and he went to Morehouse. And so it was the commonality between him and this speaker was very engaging. He engaged. So it sounds like having speakers that are engaging and having the guys participate is probably what interests them the most.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, I just liked how we included stuff that all of us kids know and love today, and he included it into the presentation, which made it more fun and more entertaining for all of us, which made it so we would want to listen more to what he had to say.
Okay.
I agree.
So relatable topics that are current to your generation.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that too.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
This is Brother Juan Alexander from the Norfolk, Virginia Alumni Chapter. And I currently serve as the Guide Right Director, second vice pole mark for the chapter. And one of the questions that I have is, I think I've been in this role probably about a year and a half. Is there a directory of Kappa Leaguers? You know how as the fraternity, all members get an email from maybe international headquarters with updates and things of that nature. Is there something similar on the national level for Kappa League where chapters report maybe information like email address, IG page information, cell phone numbers for all the Kappa Leaguers within their chapters? And is there anything sent out individually to the Kappa Leaguers represented from all chapters?